When the employees saw their boss swallowed by the whale, they were immediately stunned. For a moment, they didn't know whether to be happy or sad, but the only thing they could do now was to call the police. Fortunately, the whale that swallowed their boss Tom was a humpback whale, a filter-feeding mammal with no teeth and a very small throat, so it couldn't actually swallow a person. Instead, it could only keep Tom in its mouth temporarily. And luckily, Tom had brought a satellite phone with him during the boat trip, allowing the firefighters to stay in contact with him at all times. In reality, though, there wasn't much the firefighters could do. They could only try to comfort Tom, telling him to slow his breathing and conserve his oxygen. They used the phone to locate the whale's position, but there was one major problem. How could they get him out? One of the firefighters mentioned he had seen a documentary about whales. He said that humpback whales surface every 45 minutes to breathe and will spit out anything that's difficult to swallow. But given Tom's current condition, it was unlikely he could last even 10 more minutes. The only solution was to force the whale to surface. Then, Captain Jack came up with an idea. Whales are extremely sensitive to sound, so perhaps they could use noise to force it to come up. They immediately got a traffic cone, placed it over the siren, connected it to a loudspeaker with a valve, and attached a long fire hose. When they turned on the siren, the deafening sound traveled through the hose and reached the whale's ears. Once everything was ready, the firefighters turned on the siren, and the loud noise quickly traveled through the hose, reaching the whale's ears. But Tom's condition was far from ideal. With his oxygen running out, he had already slipped into a semi-comatose state. Fortunately, Jack's plan worked. The whale, disturbed by the noise, finally surfaced and spat out the foreign object in its mouth. Without hesitation, one of the team members jumped into the water and quickly swam toward Tom. After performing CPR, Tom was successfully rescued. The employees waiting in the meeting room sighed in relief. It seemed that they didn't have to worry about the company going bankrupt just yet.